Coach, on Saturday you got the first one. You battled all year to get it, and just talk about the emotions afterward of enjoying some success.
It's always good to get a win. It was not probably the most executed match that we've had all year, so I think we just reiterated the fact that we need to go out and earn wins. That match was a lot of errors on both sides of the net, but it was nice to see that we finally executed and got a win, and not only a win, but swept a team that had got 6 or 7 wins under their belt for the year, and we're feeling pretty confident. So also RPI-wise, it was actually a pretty good win for us looking back after this weekend.
You and Coach Rutherford both said that winning is a skill. You have the skills on the court, then you have the winning as a skill. How much does getting one win under your belt before conference play, how much does that help kind of improve that skill as you go forward?
I hope it helps a little bit. I think we also, anybody can beat anybody on any given day, and I think that was evident, our second match last weekend against Norfolk State. I think we were more physical than them, but, they had the tenacity to pull that win out. So this weekend against Wright State Butler, and even just going into conference, we played a really tough conference volleyball-wise, so we know every night's going to be high level of competition for us. I think for us it's more just focusing on our side of the court, working on what we need to work on, getting more, just staying more positive about ourselves and focusing on executing what we work on in practice, and just executing plays on the court, trying not to make so many mistakes, and just working through the struggles that we have every day.
A lot of people got in last weekend. Got all 4 middles in. BG played a lot. Was that kind of by your design, or were you just trying to find something that worked?
Trying to find something that worked. Our middles were not closing the blocks through the end of the weekend, so we tried to get somebody in there that would block some balls. BG does a good job of getting in there and taking some good swings when either Lexi's struggling, or we even put her in for Missy in the back row that last weekend, just give Missy a break. So Beach is good off the bench for that, and we've talked to her about as far as what her role is going to be for this year, and I think she's taken on that responsibility for us. I trust her going in there, and she was in there during some of our 5-set matches, and I thought she did a good job.
It seems like Missy's had a lot more aces this year. Has she changed something, or is it just that she's finding spots better?
No, we have her jump floating, and she's struggled. She's fought us on it. She doesn't really want to do it, and I've talked to her a little bit, wrote in her journal just about the fact that she has the capability of being a very good jump float server for us and getting some aces, but it's just about the mentality for her. So I think after I talked to her about it, she's starting to roll with that. Serving is something that they can control, so our job and our thoughts in going into the season was just to serve more aggressive, and that's a way to get her to do that.
Obviously you have 11 matches under your belt right now. Just talk about maybe what the team learned about itself, or what you learned about them during the preseason, now that you're in conference play.
I think we've learned that even though we work hard, we physically are working a lot harder than we did last year. Just because we work harder doesn't mean that it's an automatic win. And I think being so young, even freshmen and the transfers coming in just from a different level that they've come from into Division I level, I think they thought that even though that, if we work hard, we're going to win. Everybody at this level works hard, so that's the bare minimum. I think we've learned that we have to execute a lot better, and that wins are hard to come by at the Division I level. So I think we also learned that we have a lot of potential that I think we knew was there, but we're starting to see it come out in spurts and in strings of plays. Now we just got to get to the point where we can put it together for an entire match, and that's, I think, where the frustration level is coming from right now. But we're just going to keep working, keep plugging away, and I know conference is coming up, and like I said, it's a tough conference, so we're going to try to get a couple wins.
Wright State has gotten off to a rough start, and you guys were pretty competitive with them last year. Just talk about what you've told the team about, what they do well, some of their schemes and things like that.
I actually just watched film today, so we're going to talk about that in practice today. We actually only took 1 set from them last year, so we weren't as competitive with them, I think, as we anticipated. We actually finished our last match of the year was at their place, and we pretty much got handed a match rather quickly. So we have yet to win on the road since I've been here. We've won neutral sites, but we have yet to actually win at somebody's place. So I think going in Friday, I think it's a key match for us. I think we match up pretty well with them. I think we're physical. It's just a matter of mentality-wise, how are we going into the match. But I expect to be competitive every match. I expect to go 4 or 5 with most of our teams, most of the teams we see this year. I think that's our goal, that's our outlook, and to obviously get a couple wins. So we have the potential to be very good. The feedback from the opposing coaches is that you guys are significantly better than last year, and I'm obviously sick of hearing that with all the 10 losses, but it's good to see that other people are seeing the signs of improvement, so we're just going to keep rolling.